Tip number 1. Never ever treat Forex trading like a get-rich-quick ATM. In order to really succeed in Forex trading, you need a lot of patience. Patience for two things. Patient enough to grow your account. Number 2, patient enough to develop your skills. Patient enough to wait for the right kind of trades. Patience to see your trading business grow. Because there are a lot of people who tell you that trade Forex and then retire a millionaire 2 to 3 months just after learning the skill. The real truth about Forex trading is, in order to succeed in this business, you need to give it at least 3 years. The pros out there, they failed so many times within the 3 years, including myself. In the first 3 years, I blew so many accounts, it's not even real. Now, if you are somebody who can treat this like a marathon, put in the patience, put in the hard work, eventually you can succeed. Tip number 2. Some of the best risk managers in the world, they would focus on the risk before they even open the trade. So when you see a trading opportunity, the first thing they'll think about is how much am I risking in this trade rather than how much money am I making in this trade. Because when you take care of the risk, the reward will take care of itself. But when you just focus on the reward, the risk will not take care of itself. When you focus on the amount of money that you can earn for that trade, you have the tendency to overtrade and open trades that you are not supposed to open. When you focus on the risk, you would be more likely to only open trades that has the least amount of risk. Become the best risk manager that you can, rather than becoming the best trader in the world. Trading tip number 3 is all about quality rather than quantity. Now, a lot of people, they go into scalping because of the amount of trades that they can make. They can make 50 to 100 trades per day. So a lot of beginner traders, they have this common misconception that the more trades I make, the more money I'll make. The thing about taking a lot of trades is that you will tend to trade into trades where the probability is not very high, because it's all about quantity, it's all about profits. But when you look for quality trades, the good thing is that you take less trades, and then all your trades have a high probability of winning. So you really think about it, which one is more productive? Taking many mediocre and not so good trades, or taking very few good and high probability trades? You've heard this rule called the 80-20 rule. Applies to trading also. 20% of your trades gives you 80% of your profits. 80% of your mediocre trades only contribute to 20% of your profits. So here's the thing, if you want to save more time and then reduce your headaches that you get from trading, because every single time when you open a trade, you are subjected to risk. You're subjected to the stress of the fact that your trade might not work out. So in order to make yourself more productive as a trader, just focus on taking quality trades. Trading tip number 4. You gotta stop finding the holy grail of trading, because there's no such thing as a holy grail and 100% win rate system. Now, if you study some of the best traders in the world, some of the top hedge fund managers in the world, they don't necessarily have the best strategies in the world. In fact, a lot of them have a win rate that is less than 60%. And yet, they are still some of the top traders and top hedge fund managers in the world, managing billions and millions of dollars. When somebody else is telling you that they're trading with a 100% win rate system, they shouldn't be trading, they should be running the universe. The reason why most beginners lose is because they just can't stop going out there finding the holy grail that doesn't even exist. So when you go to seminar after seminar, course after course after course, your whole entire journey is going to be delayed. So this year, just calm down and decide to focus and stick to this one strategy. I don't care what strategy that you pick, as long as it is proven, as long as the research is done, as long as it is proven in the long run that it's going to give you an edge, a statistical edge. Focus and hone it, stop dabbling, and then you can become profitable this year. Tip number 5. Be a master in journaling. Now, every single trade that you make, whether it's a demo trade, whether it's a live trade, whether it's a winning trade, whether it's a losing trade, you need to record down every single trade. Now, what is the one thing that separates the top 10% of traders from the 90% of traders is that the top 10%, they would journal. The most successful people in the world, CEOs, athletes, top performers, they would have a journal every single day. So what do you include in your trading journal? For beginners, I would recommend you a very simple, straightforward template. Number 1, screenshot. Number 2, what do you do right in that trade? Number 3, what do you do wrong in that trade? And how can you improve on it? So once you have this journal in place, by the end of every week, review it 1 time. By the end of every month, review it the 2nd time. By the end of every year, review it the nth, 3rd, 4th, 5th times. Every single year you should come back and review your trades, reflect on yourself, so that you can understand what are your strengths as a trader, what are your weaknesses as a trader. This is how you progress as a trader in 2018. Tip number 6. Don't invest into something without doing your own research. This year, there are lots of hype about Bitcoin, about cryptocurrency, and a lot of people are just going in because of greed. So if you are going in based on greed alone and without any analysis, without any research, then you are almost literally equivalent to gambling. Do your research, do your analysis before you invest into an asset class. And even though there are a lot of people who profited from cryptocurrency, what you don't really see is the amount of people who lose money, who lose tons and tons of money, who lost their house because of cryptocurrency, because of Bitcoin. So don't let the hype blind you from the potential risk. Do your research. Tip number 7. The day when you stop learning about the markets is the day where the markets would make you humble. It's the day where your ROI will go all the way down. You'll never come a point in your life where you will know every single little thing about the financial markets. You won't maintain your ROI or even improve on your ROI every single year, especially this year in 2018. Read new things every single day, read new articles, talk to successful traders. You need to constantly hone your craft, constantly update on your system, constantly adapt to the market. Regardless of whether you're in the top 10%, in the top 5%, in the top 1%, you still need to constantly learn new things every single day, and this is how you become the best trader you can be. Tip number 8. Hang around with successful traders. The way you walk, the way you think, the way you trade is going to be just like the average of the 5 people that you spend most of your time with. Now, if you are seeking advice from people who are not making money, if you are seeking advice from traders who just do nothing with their lives but complain and then do nothing about it, you also become that kind of trader. Go around in your community and find successful, profitable traders. Now, it's not going to be easy to find profitable traders because you already know that 90% of the traders don't make money at all. But good news is, if you keep on finding, eventually you'll be able to find that needle in the haystack. Okay, maybe not. And even if you can't find that needle in the haystack, everybody around you are not making money. It is still okay. Go onto YouTube, go onto Google, and read articles, watch videos from successful traders. Because you also become who you watch and who you read. There are tons of online community that you can go into and then talk to successful traders. So only have coffee with successful traders. If you are serious about becoming a successful trader this year. Tip number 9. Focus on developing a rich trader's mindset. The rich traders, when they earn a profit, they would reinvest into their account so that they can produce more profits, and they use the power of compounding returns in their favor. Whereas the poor trader mindset, and these are people who just come to trading just for the money. So when they earn the money, they'll go and buy dumb shit when they haven't achieved financial freedom yet, just so that they can take a stupid picture, get validation from people. In other words, they just want to flash. They buy stuff on credit and spend money that they don't have just so that they can flash. Never be this kind of trader. Only reward yourself when you have achieved your financial goals. When you haven't, then you know what you need to do. The richest people utilize the power of compounding returns in their favor. Final tip number can make sure that during your weekends, while other traders are taking a break, you are hustling. Now, a lot of times during the weekends when markets are closed, a lot of traders see this as a time to take a break. If you want to qualify for the top 5%, top 1% of the traders, again, you gotta put in the work. Even if it takes reading all of these books, or going through a trading journal, or backtesting and refining your system, just do something to improve yourself as a trader. Use your downtimes to sharpen your trading sword so that when the opportunity comes for you to trade, you'll be way more ready as compared to other traders who just take a break during the weekends. All the top traders, top hedge fund managers in the world, they have an insane level of work ethic. And that is why they are the top 1% in their field. So you want to achieve the results that only the top 1%, then you will do the things that the 90% are not willing to do, and that is to hustle harder than the 90%. If you have any success tips, feel free to share with me and the rest of the community, because I believe that I can also learn something from you and other people can also learn something from you. So with that, these are the top 10 tips for you to excel and take your trading career to the next level in the year 2018. So with that, I'm Careful, and I'll talk to you next episode. Bye.